listening. Been talking about bonds versus annuities, bonds or annuities. And it's actually a really big deal. And I don't want to minimize it. There's some really rudimentary ways, these kind of rules of thumb. And I don't like rules of thumb. What's the problem with rules? They always can be broken. We always want to talk philosophically, not absolutely. So there's this old adage that's been around for a long time, and it basically says that this is for retirement. As you get older, it says take 120 minus your age, and that's how much you should have in stocks. So to give you an example, you're 50 years old, so 50, right, minus 120 would be 70% stocks. That's the difference, and 30% bonds. Now, if you have that kind of portfolio, you have probably a max loss in a bear market of about 30%. Actually, probably closer to 35. So my question for you in this great rule of thumb, your age minus 120, is the amount of stocks you should own. Is that okay with you? To lose 30% at any one time in your portfolio. You have $1 million, you lost 300,000. Is that okay? The answer is probably no. I asked that question. We do a risk assessment for every client, and the first thing I ask them before I ever do this in the first meeting, I say, well, how much do you want to lose in retirement? Isn't that a great question? How much do you want to lose in retirement? What do you think the answer is? 0. And I say, well, I don't think I can have you lose 0 in retirement, but what if I could keep it in what I call the golden rule of 5 to 10%? What if I could keep your losses in retirement around 5 to 10%? And so one of the ways we do this, if that makes sense, strategies we use to do this to get those better outcomes is we'll replace the bonds that you own with annuities. If you own bonds right now, you're losing money. You're losing money. I'd close my eyes, look at your statement. If you own bonds, you're losing money. How insane is that? Stock market's falling, your bonds are falling, everything you own is falling. So what happened to diversification? That's when I call it diversification. I am going to write a book called Diversification. Our next book is called Mama's Secret Recipe on a Successful Retirement. Oh, is that wrong? I don't know, my staff's looking at me saying that's the wrong. Anyway, it's correct. Good enough. It's written with Jack Canfield. It's brand new. I think we're still working on the title. How about that? I'll use that excuse. Anyway, and I'm excited to be in part of the book. It's about 30 advisors across the country that are participating in this book, and it's actually going to focus on income planning, retirement planning, annuities. It comes out the first quarter of next year, 2019. But the next book I write after that's going to be called Diversification. That's a play on words, diversification, meaning that typically we think we're diversified, like you own stocks and bonds. David, I'm fine. I own 19 different stock funds and 25 different bond funds. I'm diversified. Wrong. Diversification is supposed to help you to reduce your risk and increase your return relative to your risk. So why in the heck right now would you own a portfolio of stocks and bonds? What if we just replace the bonds with the annuities, with a good income annuity? We're going to talk about one of my favorite income annuities in a minute. Just that one simple thing will increase your odds of retiring out without running out of money by 90%. If you have a portfolio of 60% stock and 40% bonds, you have about a 20% chance of running out of money. If you have 60% stock, 40% annuities, you basically have about a 0% chance of running out of money, or about 95. So which one would you rather have? So the reason we own bonds is to collect interest payments, to reduce volatility. The problem is that bonds are volatile right now. We're not collecting much interest payments. So it doesn't make a lot of sense. So let me talk to you about, I have a new website. I guess I can talk about that. Can I talk about that, Crystal? Will I get the name right? It's called, what was it called? I'm kidding. It's called Perfect Annuity. PerfectAnnuity.com. Now, if you look it up, there's nothing there. But I purchased it because I'm going to start educating you on what are the perfect annuities. I felt very blessed to be able to get that site. I was amazed it was available. There was the perfect annuity, and I got perfectannuity.com. So over the next few months, you'll be seeing that come up. It's really going to be a site just devoted to annuities, really. Educating you about annuities, how to use annuities. It's really more of kind of a consumer advocacy place to go to find the truth about annuities. So I'm excited about it. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because a lot of the things I'm talking about today about bonds versus annuities will be on the site. It's going to be very robust. We're excited about it. Again, perfectannuity.com. Don't go there right now. There's nothing there. Under construction. So, one of the things I want to talk to you about additionally is, so we're talking about bonds versus annuities. So, what is the perfect annuity? What is a perfect annuity? To me, the perfect annuity is an annuity that gives you lifetime income, but also gives you increases in cost of living adjustments. I was meeting with a gentleman just this week. He's an older gentleman. He's in his 70s, and it was kind of not funny, but he was really concerned about inflation. And I said, that's okay. I mean, I am too, but he's 70, and there's certain annuities I can give him more income on. He's 77. I can give him more income on than an increasing income annuity, which he would get more money over time. But I said, I want you to have as much money as you can today, right? And he has a lot of things going on. And like we all do when we get up to those ages. So anyway, we were talking about an increasing income annuity. So my favorite annuity that's increasing income is by an A-plus carrier. It's 300 years old, survived the Great Depression, World War II, whatever you want to say, World War I actually. They're a German company who started a U.S. division over 100 years ago. We only work with A or A-plus or A++ rated carriers. As fiduciaries, we have the duty to look out for your interest and make sure the companies we place you with are going to be around tomorrow. So, if I put you in a traditional annuity, let's say at $1 million in an annuity, it was for you and your spouse, you would get out about, let's say we deferred for 5 years, you would get out about $55,000 a year. So what if I put you in an annuity that not only gave us growth, but also gave us increasing income? Let me explain how it works. This is an increasing income annuity, meaning your paycheck goes up. So with this particular client, it's a real client, husband and wife, age 60. They put $1 million into the annuity. They deferred it for 5 years, which is very common. People ask me all the time, David, when should I put my money into an annuity? I'm retired in 3 years. Now. When? Now. Because the longer you defer, the more money you're going to get in the end. Always buy an annuity. If you want to use an annuity, buy it today. I don't care if you're 50, 55, buy it today. So with this particular client, what I did, we put $1 million into this annuity. It's increasing income. So at 65, on their $1 million, they're going to get $69,000 a year. That's awesome. Their account's grown from, and this is an example, hypothetical. These are real numbers, but I have to say hypothetical because this is not guaranteed to happen. Results could be better, it could be worse. So by the time we're at 65, the portfolio is worth $1.2 million. So we made $200,000 in the portfolio. But more importantly, quite honestly, is they're getting $69,000 a year, income for life, for both you and your spouse. Well, let's go out 10 years. 10 years out, the income's increased to $81,000 a year. Let's go out further. Let's go out 20 years. So now you're 80. Your income is increased to $135,000 a year. Think about that. It's almost doubled from 65 at 69,000 to 135,000. And here's almost the best part. Guess how much money's left in your account after 20 years? Zero. And why should you care? You're getting lifetime income that is compounded based upon inflation and the ways they credit this particular portfolio. Another part, even though you have no money left in the account, your income still rises based upon the indice they use for inflation. So in year 22, in year 20 you run out of money. Your income's $135,000. In year 21, you have no more assets. Your income goes to $149,000. So when I was doing my new book and entitled the chapter The Perfect Annuity, and then created the website for that, this is what I had in mind. We get the highest amount of income. We also get the best cost of living adjustments out there by A+ rated carrier. So I love this. It's a great way to replace your bond portfolio. Not only do you get more distribution, this is paying out 5.75% as opposed to 2% interest on a bond. You get lifetime income, plus you get increasing income. If you want to learn more about this annuity, how to replace your bonds with a good annuity to increase your income, to reduce your risk, and reduce your stress, give me a call for a second opinion. I'll go through all of this with you. I'll look at your taxes, do a retirement income plan for you, Social Security, anything and everything that you'd like me to look at. Give me a call, 1-800-611-1967. That's 1-800-611-1967, or go to reyesplan.com. That's REYES plan.com. That's all the time for today. I appreciate it. God bless, and I'll see you next week.